I'm going to share with you my journey. I gained 16 kilo in 2.5 years by following a balanced diet. I did not use any weight gainers. I did not go to the gym. It was just food. Just have some patience with me, and I'm going to share my story with you. At the end of the video, I promise I'll have some tips for your journey. So first, I want to welcome you to my very first YouTube video. I hope you're having an amazing day. I know that there are a lot of people that are underweight and don't feel seen or heard, and I was one of them. The reason I'm making this video is to share my journey and give you some motivation, because if I can do it, I'm sure you could do it. Let's get into the story. So I'm going to go a little bit back in time to give you a clear picture of my journey. Growing up, I was already super skinny as a child. So also from what I understood from my mom, as a baby, I hardly ever finished my bottle. So it was kind of known that my appetite was not very big. Fast forward to 2015, I was 17 years old at that point. I started noticing that I was skinnier than girls my age, and I also got comments, that I was very skinny, and that started to bother me as well. I also felt often tired, and I had sleeping problems at the time. I think you can say overall I wasn't healthy physically nor mentally at that point in time. So I made an appointment by the doctor to check my weight and if I could get any help with it. The doctor weighed me and I was just a little bit underweight. It was nothing too extreme or to be worried about. I explained to the doctor that every time I would get sick, I would lose a lot of weight. So that would put me even more underweight. So that's when he referred me to a dietitian with a weight at the time of 45 kilo. I was treated by different dietitians throughout that year. I unfortunately did not have a very good experience with it. It was very frustrating. I would get meal plans that were not personalized. It was just a standard meal plan of somebody that would want to gain weight. It would look nothing like how I would eat from day to day. My lifestyle was not kept in mind. As far as I remember, calories were not really explained to me, and macronutrients, and the importance of healthy food and how I could make it my own. All of that wasn't discussed, so I wasn't motivated to eat. And knowing what I know now as a nutritionist in training, I know it's crucial to explain these things to your client, because it will motivate them and help them and teach them to make their own meals and find the fun in eating. Throughout the years 2017 and 2018, I weighed in between 44 and 49 kilo. I want to be clear that I did not have any medical reason for being underweight. Most dietitians are familiar with underweight people that have mental health issues, also that result to body image issues and known illnesses that result to puking. I did not have that. I did have a rough time at that point in my life, which could have resulted to me not eating a lot or having a big appetite. I also want to clarify that I'm not saying that dietitians are bad at their job. This is just based on my experience alone. I do want to encourage everybody to see a professional dietitian or nutritionist if you need any help with your weight. Just keep in mind that it may take time to find that one person that you feel comfortable with. At a certain point, I just stopped going to the dietitian altogether, and I started searching for other solutions. Took matter into my own hands, and I'm not proud of it because I did not care how I would gain weight. I just was desperate and I wanted to gain weight and feel good about myself. And when you're desperate, you start doing crazy things. So I started looking online for products, pills, powders. I did not care. Anything that would increase my appetite or claim to increase my appetite. That's how I get introduced to Apetamin, unfortunately. Thinking back, I'm like, what on earth was I even thinking? And I started taking it on and off with a lot of side effects like sleepiness and drowsiness. So please do not use Apetamin. It's not known what ingredients are in the bottle, and also it's banned from a lot of countries, not for nothing, because we just don't know what's in it and how it could affect you. There are also many stories of people online that used it and had to go to the hospital after. it's truly not worth it. It's not. There are healthier and more natural ways to gain weight, and you could also work on your appetite. It's not impossible. Luckily for me, I didn't use it for a very long time. It was just on and off. By 2019, I was already gaining a little bit more knowledge about calories and food, and I started going to the gym. The gym that I visited at the time had a personal trainer that helped me a lot with planning my meals and showed me food that was high in calorie. After consistently going to the gym and eating more variable food, I started to gain weight, and I was at my heaviest, which was 51 kilo, and I was so proud. That was the most I ever weighed. But then life happens and I got pregnant. So I let go of the idea of gaining weight completely. I was focused on being healthy, and like most people say,
wait until you have kids, wait until you get married and get pregnant. That's when you're going to see that you're going to gain a lot of weight naturally. And you're going to wish that you could have went back to being skinny.
At the end of my pregnancy, I weighed 57 kilo. So in total, I gained 6 kilo. I did not really gain that much weight in my opinion. I heard stories of a lot of women that gained up to 20 kilo. So pregnancy could definitely look different for everybody. So after I gave birth to my beautiful baby girl, I decided to breastfeed. Girls, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I really underestimated breastfeeding. It took a toll on me. A toll on me. I was so determined that I was going to breastfeed, I did not care that it was hard. Mind you, this was during the pandemic in 2020, so it did not make it easier for me, obviously. I started losing weight so fast after breastfeeding for like a year. I decided to stop. I was done. So keep in mind, before my pregnancy, I weighed 51 kilo. That was the most I ever weighed. Just before I gave birth, I was 57 kilo. 1 year after I breastfeed, in 2021, I weighed 41 kilo. That's the least I've ever weighed. I was so in shock, and I'm still in shock when I see pictures because I'm like, there is no way I was that skinny. It's just shocking. I remember looking at myself in the mirror and being like, I can't be that skinny. I don't feel that skinny when I look at myself. But in the mirror, it was just like, I remember taking a picture that day and I was like, this is the last time I will be this skinny. That was a turning point for me because I was like, So of course, I went through it all again. I went to the doctor again, who referred me to a specialist because at that point, I was extremely underweight. I had to do blood work and figure out why I always lose weight so fast. And obviously, again, I think it was my mental state and breastfeeding, but I think somewhere I was just hoping that it would be something else, that I would find something and I could have an answer and a solution to my problem. We took a lot of tests, but all the tests came out good. As much as that's good news, it wasn't at that point because like I said, I wanted a reason and a solution. I did not even have a vitamin deficiency, which was shocking to the doctor too, because he was like, there is no way that you're this skinny and you don't have a deficiency. So the doctor said,
we could always refer you to the dietitian.
That was so triggering for me because I felt like I was in a spiral. Like, again? I asked the doctor, was the dietitian specialized in weight gain? And obviously her answer was
no, but she's very good at her job and she's also a lifestyle coach, so I'm sure she can help you.
I don't doubt that she's good at her job, really. But it was just so triggering for me. I kindly declined her offer. I was fueled with so many emotions, so I immediately started searching for a study that would help me gain as much knowledge as I could about the human body and nutrition, and I was just determined to help myself and others that deal with the same problem as me, because I cannot be the only one. So that's exactly what I did. I started my study as a nutritionist at the end of 2021. I reached my goal of 57 kilo in 2023, August to be exact. I gained 16 kilo in 2.5 years. This is without going to the gym, which I'll get deeper into that subject in another video. I just want to share the pictures of 2021 when I started, so when I was on my skinniest, and 2022, that's when I started to gain weight and see difference, and 2023, this is a picture of May 2023, but that wasn't when I reached my goal. This was just in between. I reached my goal in August, but I never took a picture, which I blame myself a lot. But I have another picture that I took in between of my heaviest, which I was 57 kilo. Unfortunately, I did get sick a couple weeks ago and I lost my appetite completely. So you can guess it, I lost a little bit of weight. I lost 2 kilo. That's why I blame myself for not taking that picture in August. That puts me now at a weight of 55 kilo. I was very sad because I worked very hard for this, but at the same time I was like, maybe this is just a new challenge for me, because I always wanted to gain weight as I was going to the gym. Because let's be honest, when you gain weight, you can't choose where it goes to. It just distributes and you get some belly fat with it as well, as a little gift. To minimize that, I want to go to the gym again and gain back the weight, but then the right way this time. So like I said in the beginning, 2.5 years may sound like a very long time, but what's important is to keep in mind that gaining weight is going with ups and downs. So the journey will never look smooth and like this. It will always look like this. You will always lose some weight in between. You might get sick, and that's normal. So please don't get demotivated by that. Also, keep in mind, I was not treated by anybody, so I had to learn and apply with my study, which also took a lot of time. I used to try to gain weight fast, and every time I would gain some weight, I would lose it. So had I started it the right way and slowly from the beginning, I think I would have reached my goal faster than this. I don't remember who said this, but it always stuck to me. And that's just start right now. Start right now with your journey. Don't wait on nothing. A year seems like a long time to reach your goal. But if you would have started last year, you would have reached it by now. So just start. I always documented my weight since 2018, I think. It's so satisfying to see the chart of how I reached my goal. I'm going to share it with you as well and insert it in the video. As promised, here are the 4 tips that I have for you and for your weight gain journey. Not going to go too deep into this, but I have to address the obvious. Weight gain occurs when you eat more calories than your body burns in a day. I will be sharing more tips with you that will help you if you have a small appetite, which is mostly the reason why people can't gain weight. It seems like a lot of food and you just don't have an appetite for it. Okay, so tip number 1 that helped me a lot in the beginning is to not drink during your meals. Don't drink before your meal, don't drink during your meal, drink after. So first eat and then drink. If you just drink, you will get full from that and not get the calories you need from your food. So food first, drinks after. Number 2, and not everybody is going to like this, and that's that you should wake up early. Waking up early helps you have more time to eat throughout the day. So just try it. I know it's not easy, but it's going to help you. Number 3 is make sure you eat a variation of healthy meals. Don't eat the same thing every day. Don't rely on sugars. Don't rely on fast food. You need healthy food. This will help you get all the vitamins your body needs and may prevent vitamin deficiency, for example, that might lead to weight loss or loss of appetite. So eat your veggies and your fruit. Number 4 is do not skip breakfast. I know a lot of people that don't eat breakfast, they don't feel like they have an appetite, or they say they don't have time. No excuses. You can always meal prep the day before, make it fun, change it up every time. There are solutions, but please don't skip your breakfast because it determines how your day is going to go. And if you don't eat on time, you most likely will not eat a lot. Make sure you also integrate some vegetables into your breakfast. That also makes sure that you get all the vitamins needed throughout the day. So these were the 4 tips that I have for you, but I'll make sure to make another video to go deeper into it. If you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you so much for your time. The reason I made this channel is so we could build a community where we can help each other. I want to inspire each other. I want to motivate each other to just get a little bit healthier every day. So if you decide to subscribe, you can expect more videos like this, like sit down videos, but also weight gain recipes, self-care videos, and meal prep videos, for example. If there's anything in particular that you want to see, please let me know in the comments. I hope I see you on the next one, and I want to thank you again for your time.